Oh, you are most welcome, mighty dragon. May I interest you in some of the things I sell? I shall await your return.
Shiny. Shiny. I cannot take my dragon form here.
A Dragon Knight! A real Dragon Knight! Oh, I always knew the day would come! Bow now! Bow before the dragon! But we must! We crouch down in reverence for the Ancient Ones. We have been waiting for almost 5 decades, and now you are here, ready to free our lord. Because you are of the same blood. Our master is the Dragon Knight Orobas, who ruled the Orobas Fjords. But after the Divine was killed, the Slayers came. Those brutes tore down his home, our place of worship, but he hid in his sanctuary that is sealed by Maxos magic. He is our sublime lord, the very epitome of the might and splendor that is the dragon. Long did he rule the Orobas Fjords, fair of judgment, grand in stature, a time of prosperity, of long golden days. And look at his lands now, creeping with imps, festered with goblins, terrorized by wyverns and patrolled by some champions who can hardly manage these threats. If only the old days of Orobas could return, great knight. To open the hatch that leads to him, we need things only you can provide. Outlord Drudenai, the spirit leaf, to let me speak the draconic charms. The chalice of the dragon, the holy artifact, taken away by foul Lord Arban. And finally a drop of your blood. Red water from the river of power. When the Slayers took it, they brought it to their camp here, among the fjords, and displayed it as a trophy. You'll find that filthy piece of land near the Champion Fortress, where they'll tremble under your majestic wings. It's quite rare now, kind master, because it was dubbed illegal a long time ago. They had bad experiences with it in Alaroth, something about addicts, murder, and vampires. The only place where it grows in the wild that I know of is around High Hall, a small mountain retreat. The spell used to seal the hatch falls under the domain of the Dragon Mage. Only the blood of the dragon may break it, blood that flows through your noble veins. It is why Lord Orobas could escape the Slayers, but also why he was trapped inside. Ah, would that my ears were deaf to that name. He and his so-called Slayers spouted hell over our community. Everything burned amidst the screams of the dying. They hacked away at the men and spared not the women. Savages. not slayers. That's what they really are, O great dragon. I bow before your might, Master Dragon.
Another one to add to the collection. No good. I'll have to walk. Arise, my pet! Bet that hurt. Shiny. Shiny. This will help. Oh, thank you, friend. May the divine bless your soul. I was about to have my last meal, only I myself was the main course. Arthur gleefully pictures thieves opening the Grammary treasure chest. Even if they find it, and even if they know the password, they'll still be burnt to cinders unless they press the secret button on the back of it first. My name is Arthur Grammary, and I'm an explorer, a treasure hunter, and geologist. I'm here because of a note and a broken seal, if you could believe it. I see you know more than you let on. So let's get out of this pit of death and continue the hunt for gold and glory. My thanks again for rescuing me. Let's hope the other treasure hunters survive as well. I cannot take my dragon form here.
So, did you show them imps who's boss? Well done. Well done, I say. I'll convince the guild to reopen the mine as soon as possible. May take a while still, but I'm not one to give up. Now, I hate to put you on the spot like this again, but could you do me a second favour? I was supposed to be picked up by a zeppelin, but it's nowhere to be seen. If you're at the Champion Harbour, ask Zeppelin Master Page to send someone for me, would you? Oh well, I'm a patient man. I'll wait.
I cannot take my dragon form here. shiny. Another one to add to the collection. This teleporter has Camp Freedom written on it. Its destination is Camp Harbor. The control panel has been destroyed. You step away. Go get 'em, boy!
Hell and damnation! It's the Zeppelin Sea. They're not arriving anymore. Them cursed goblins made Damien torture their souls. They shot down one of our Zeppelins. But that's not the worst part. A dragon destroyed another 3. After all these years, a dragon is on the loose again. Where are the Slayers when you need them? Now only 3 Zeppelins are still left. The Red Duke, the Hindborg, and the Spirit of Alaroth. But they're too heavily damaged to be of use. I know he's still out there, but I can't do anything about that until at least one of my sweethearts is in the air again. They are missing some key elements without which they cannot fly. These are magic compasses, rudder components, and hover crystals. The goblins must have known about the soft spots, because their boarding parties went for these vitals right away. Yes, well, the Zeppelins that actually went down were never boarded, so their crystals and such should still be there. Same goes for the dragon casualties. Unfortunately, the wrecks will have been picked clean by wyverns. Those pests are regular magpies. If something reflects the sun, it's in their nests moments later. Oh, really? So you can climb the fjords and shoot the wyverns at the same time? I don't think so. But I appreciate your willingness to help. And should you pull it off after all, I, on behalf of the champions, will pay you very well. I can't believe it! Well done! Oh, looks like we'll have our fleet up and running again after all. The attack came as a complete surprise. Blasted goblins leave us alone usually, and we them. Just talk to Captain Aurelius about it. He's mad as hell. I know he's still out there, but I can't do anything about that. Sure. And if you see a goblin, make sure it's his last day, eh?
I see you not, yet I know you are there. Who approaches Simeon the philosopher?
And when I can see once more, no longer will I have to behold in awe my inner self alone, but again, the dome of stars above me.
Linger? I do not linger here, I assure you, Dragon Knight. Yes, I know what you are. A human, imbued by the insight of the great old minds. Never before have I felt a degree of intellectual jealousy. I sit and I think. No more, no less. I am here to contemplate life and death. And I have done so for more than 8 centuries. Philosophy has always been my greatest passion, and after having discovered the key to 1,000-year life, I came here to dedicate my existence to thought. Alas, around my 400th year, I lost my eyesight. My body still aged, it seemed, faster than I thought. You have a touch of the philosopher, don't you? I do dwell among abstract concepts, yes, but I am also convinced good philosophy must have practical use. My blindness has in a sense removed me from the material world, and I fear it may have caused me to literally lose perspective. Sometimes this can influence my thoughts in an unfavorable way and impede my search for the ultimate answers. A generous offer. To be able to see again, it would be a precious gift indeed. As precious as the only known cure, in fact. But if you should bring me 2 malachite gems, I know of an incantation that would transform them into new eyes. These gems are extremely rare indeed, and worth much gold. Still, should you give them to me freely, your reward would not be insubstantial. You are kind, friend, and you bring an old man hope. Hope for something he thought would never be his again. The reward would not be material, but spiritual. In value, I think it will be greater than any other reward. But that is for you to say. Goodbye. May you find what you seek.
No good. I'll have to walk. No good. I'll have to walk. No good. I'll have to walk. Arise, my pet! I cannot take my dragon form here. You're a welcome sight, stranger. From the looks of you, you've seen some combat, and we sure...
Trolls!
Not again! Come on, men! Once more unto the breach! Have my thanks, friend. I I do not think we would have been able to stop yet another assault. What cesspit they crawled out of, I cannot say, but it must be somewhere in the mine. Curse that magic dabbler Mundus. I just know he's behind all this. Mundus is an earth mage, or at least that's what he calls himself. He lives deep in the mine. He usually keeps to himself, only shows up to buy supplies. His field of study is the power of runes. He uses them as gateways of a kind from which he conjures whatever takes his fancy. But a few days ago, he caused swarms of aggressive gnats to terrorize this place. Since the incident, the villagers here have refused to sell him food and other necessities. I'm afraid this may be his revenge. Please, friend, you've shown us what you're capable of. Go to the mine and stop these attacks. We can't hold on much longer. I wish you well, friend. The door won't open. Esteemed Dragon Knight, what can I do for you? Oh, the young fool travelled without escort, didn't he? I warned him so, didn't I, Ginny? I warned him so!
He always had the brains of a mutton chop, dear.
Don't speak ill of the dead, Ginny. It's not a proper thing to do. But I'll not dwell on his passing now. Thank you for bringing me these materials. While you were gone, I took the time to write down what new enchantments would be available to you. Here they are. If you want to start working with them, just say the word kind benefactor. But talk to Sasson about it first. Esteemed Dragon Knight, what can I do for you? Well, I remember reading once about a Black Ring general named Reyes who wears a uniquely enchanted cuirass. It's an item an enchanter like me can only dream about. But now that the Black Ring is openly your enemy, it might be advantageous to rid their army of this powerful warlord. He lives on his private flying fortress, I believe. An impenetrable stronghold, they say. Unless one has dragon powers, of course. Should you defeat him, you can take this armor for yourself, of course. But if you bring it here, I can use it to make our machines even stronger. right away.
Yes, my liege? In what way specifically, Dragon Knight? It shall be done. See you later.
Gwyn's chest is locked and will require a password to open. You walk away.
Why do you approach me, Hume?
Gwyn is laughing to himself, assured no one can guess the password to his chest. Rumpelstiltskin.
Don't play games with me, human. We goblins are too shrewd to be toyed with. Daft humans, always picking on goblins. But you won't, will you? You won't pick on poor Gwyn? Think? Human tricks. I knew you would, but I'm too shrewd. Gwyn is too smart. Good. The human is kind. Gwyn will pray for it at the totem. Gwyn's greeting, human.
Gwyn's chest is locked. A satisfying clink. The chest opens. Shiny. Another one. On to add to the collection. It's stuck.
Blast them trolls! They'll ruin me business! Is hiding the key under your pillow a good idea? Yeah, nobody'll look there. My cellar is safe. That's good to know, but I have to fight the trolls now. If ever they're gone, you're more than welcome.
Looks like I'm not getting in.